Detroit Pistons. Cade Cunningham has led Detroit to the top seed in the East at the halfway point of the current season, and is one of two players on the Pistons to have scored 40 points in an NBA game. Cunningham made his first All-Star and All-NBA teams last season, and Detroit's ascent in the Eastern Conference along with Cunningham making yet another leap in his game has put him in MVP discussions. He has broken the 40-point mark 6 times in his career, and will surely add to that total before it's over. This includes his career-high performance of 46 points, which came in an overtime victory against the Washington Wizards on November 10, 2025. Cunningham made history, perhaps for the wrong reasons, setting the NBA record for most field goals missed in a game after shooting 14 of 45 from the field. However, he netted a triple-double to go along with his career-best scoring performance, adding 12 rebounds, 11 assists and 5 steals to lead the Pistons to the win.
First crack at it. Green with the rejection. Jenkins. Cunningham down the left.
Just the fourth quarter.
Cunningham.
They got him.
Over to Robinson for 3.
Caris LeVert is the other Detroit Pistons player to have a 40-point game. While LeVert has only broken that mark once, during his time with the Brooklyn Nets, it came in a memorable overtime victory against the Boston Celtics on March 3, 2020. LeVert scored 51 points in the victory, with 37 of those coming in the fourth quarter and overtime periods, shooting 17 of 26 from the field, 5 of 10 from three-point range, and 12 of 18 from the free throw line. This career performance came in the midst of the best stretch of play of LeVert's career, but his breakout was unfortunately delayed due to the COVID-19 pandemic shutting down the league 2 weeks after that performance, and the Nets not being invited to the subsequent bubble. Regardless, the game still holds up as LeVert's best scoring performance of his career.
10 to shoot. LeVert, back in, fade. Oh, he's a one-man wrecking crew! He is at 49. And it's 50 for Caris LeVert. The big 5-0.
And his teammates on the bench very, very excited for him, as they should be.
Stan, he has scored all 11 Nets points in overtime.
Boston Celtics. Jason Tatum quickly became a star in the NBA, famously dunking on LeBron James in the playoffs during his rookie season. Tatum has evolved into one of the most dangerous three-level scorers in the league, making 6 All-Star and 5 All-NBA appearances, while helping the Celtics win the 2024 NBA Finals. Despite being projected to miss all of the 2025-26 season with an Achilles injury, Tatum has already had 29 40-point performances, and 5 more in the playoffs, including the most points in a Game 7 in NBA history after a 51-point masterclass. He has broken the 50-point mark 5 times in the regular season, with his magnum opus coming in an overtime victory against the San Antonio Spurs on April 30, 2021. In a one-possession victory, Boston needed every one of Tatum's 60 points, which came on 20 of 37 shooting from the field, 5 of 7 from 3, and 15 of 17 from the free throw line. He also tacked on 8 rebounds and 5 assists in the monstrous effort.
Brown. Tatum takes it. Takes it! This is for 60 in the game.
Jaylen Brown was named the Finals MVP of the 2024 title-winning Celtics team, and he, along with Tatum, have formed the pillars of a Boston franchise that has been among the best in the East for the last decade. Brown has made 4 All-Star games and 1 All-NBA team, and has set career-high numbers across the board this season while taking on a larger offensive role with Tatum's injury. Brown has hit 40 points 15 times, including 4 times this season, and an additional 2 occasions in the playoffs. He has hit his career high of 50 twice, the first coming on January 2, 2022 against the Orlando Magic. The second came in 2026, on January 3, against the Los Angeles Clippers, where he made 18 of his 26 shots and 6 of his 10 three-pointers.
He's 4 points away from doing it again. And against a team that was smoking hot. Jaylen Brown is unstoppable. Brown pops free. Jaylen Brown in the lane. It rolls home. 50 for Jaylen Brown.
Anthony Simons has 4 40-point games in his career. He was traded to the Celtics in July 2025 and has mostly played off the bench for Boston. However, prior to the Celtics, he was one of the primary scoring options for years on lottery-bound Portland Trail Blazers teams. Simons set his career high of 45 on December 3, 2022 against the Utah Jazz. He shot 15 of 25 from the field, 7 of 12 from three-point range, and all 8 of his free throws while also adding a game-clinching block to his career-best performance.
Is open up. That's how Vanderbilt truly wants you to defend against him. He's trying to get to the paint.
Simons gets a pass in deep, turns, scoops and scores with the offhand from the belt buckle, sneaking it by Olynyk. Sexton at half court, trying to spring Markkanen. Clarkson turns, ball stripped by Simons, and it goes right to Winslow.
On March 5, 2025, in a historic win against the Trail Blazers, Peyton Pritchard and Derek White set career-high marks in scoring with 43 and 41 points apiece, respectively. They became the first Celtics teammates to score 40 points in the same game, and the first duo in NBA history to make at least 9 three-pointers apiece. White has emerged as a borderline all-star since being traded to the Celtics in February 2022, becoming one of the best shot-blocking guards in the league. He was able to show off his scoring abilities against the Trail Blazers, as was Pritchard, who made 10 three-pointers and added 10 rebounds and 5 assists, all while coming off the bench. Pritchard has played a bigger role in the current season for Boston, both due to Tatum's injury and free agency departures, and has since had a second 40-point game.
Clock at 5, with hands to knock it away. Who else? It was Kamara from deep. Come on! Derek White!
Logo? Oh, yeah. Heel on the logo. Extra arc.
You know, I have to say, you'll win the Jeopardy question.
Important trip for Portland, just trying to mentally get to 11 or 10 and maybe put some late game pressure on Boston. 5 minutes presented by Eastern Bank. Join us for good. LeBron, obviously the volume of minutes, the production, you expect all of that, but it doesn't mean Horford at 38, with all that he's done, should not be noticed either. Derek White wants to join the 40 club as well. Brown trying to go to work. Simons the aggressive D. Nice shot fade. White's got 2, and he has 41 as well.
New York Knicks. Jalen Brunson leads 6 New York Knicks players to have scored 40 points in a game. The Brunson burner has done it 20 times during the regular season, and an additional 9 occasions in the playoffs, cementing his status as one of the more clutch players in the NBA. A second-round pick after a storied college career at Villanova, Brunson did not ascend to NBA superstardom until he signed with the Knicks in 2022 free agency. He instantly became the face of the franchise, and one of the best scoring guards in the league, making 2 All-Star and 2 All-NBA teams so far. Brunson has broken the 50-point barrier 3 times, and had a 61-point masterpiece against the San Antonio Spurs on March 29, 2024. The Knicks prevailed despite the underdog Spurs taking them to overtime, and Brunson took an astounding 47 field goals, making an even more incredible 25 of them.
Under 3 minutes remaining, it's all even.
Brunson 55, does he have more?
Brunson jumper, it's good! Jalen Brunson with 57! Brunson the drive, the floater up, bangs it home! Brunson brilliance on full display tonight!
Karl-Anthony Towns comes in just behind Brunson with 19 games scoring 40 or more points. However, unlike Brunson, he does not have the same reputation as a playoff riser, and the talented center has yet to score more than 40 points in a playoff game. Towns has been one of the best scoring centers in the league throughout his career, offering rare scoring versatility for a 7-footer. He has made 5 All-Star games and 3 All-NBA teams. Where Towns does have Brunson beat is in career high totals. He has exceeded the 60-point mark on 2 occasions, including his career-high total of 62 points on January 22, 2024, in a game against the Charlotte Hornets while he was with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Towns shot 21 of 35 from the field while draining 10 three-pointers on 15 attempts, although it came in a losing effort for his team.
Towns, turnaround hook for 60. Towns to the bucket and a new career high.
Mikal Bridges has crossed the 40-point mark 7 times, most of which came during his time with the Brooklyn Nets. Bridges was the de facto number 1 scoring option with the Nets, before New York traded 5 first-round picks for him in June 2024. Bridges has settled into a 3-and-D role with the Knicks, allowing Brunson and Towns to handle more of the scoring load, which gives him more energy to use on the defensive side of the ball, where he specializes, as shown by his inclusion on the All-Defense team in 2022. He has hit his career high of 45 points on 2 occasions, on February 15, 2023 against the Miami Heat, and on November 22, 2023 against the Atlanta Hawks. He scored much more efficiently against the Heat, going 17 of 24 from the field, 4 of 6 from three-point range, and made all 7 of his free throws. He also added 8 rebounds and 5 assists while leading Brooklyn to the win.
Shot clock is down to 9. Martin is hurt. Dinwiddie. Out for O'Neal. Shot clock winding down. Bridges beats the buzzer! Mikal Bridges! Major elevation!
Jordan Clarkson has scored 40 points 4 times, many of which came during his time with the Utah Jazz. The 2021 Sixth Man of the Year has made his stake in the league as a spark plug off the bench, the role he plays with the Knicks after signing with them during 2025 free agency. On March 12, 2022, Clarkson scored a career-high 45 points off the bench in a winning effort for the Jazz. Clarkson shot a very efficient 15 of 21 from the field, 7 of 13 on threes, and drained all 8 free throws he attempted.
Had to rush it just a bit down the stretch on the 24-second clock. Clarkson fires to Bogey, up and down! Oh, this is the first of that 4-game homestand for Utah, and then back on the road with back-to-back games against the Knicks and the Nets. Clarkson!
The Knicks traded for OG Anunoby in December 2023, intending to use him in a 3-and-D role. Like Bridges, Anunoby specializes on the defensive side of the ball, leading the NBA in steals in 2022 to 2023 while being named to the All-Defense team. Anunoby hit his career-high mark of 40 points on November 25, 2024 in a blowout win against the Denver Nuggets. He made 16 of his 23 shots, including 5 of 7 three-pointers.
Brunson corner, and Anunoby puts it up, puts it in! A career-high 38 for OG Anunoby.
That's the type of fight any coach wants.
Brunson looking, Brunson drives, goes inside, finds Anunoby. 40 points for OG Anunoby.
Josh Hart is the final Knicks player with a 40-point game on his resume. Hart bounced around a few teams in his first years in the league before finding a home with the Nova Knicks, settling into a jack-of-all-trades role. He displayed incredible stamina during New York's playoff runs under Tom Thibodeau, oftentimes playing the entire game. Hart was able to show off his scoring abilities more during his time with the Portland Trail Blazers. On March 12, 2022, in a game against the Washington Wizards, Hart scored 44 points on 15 of 21 shooting, 6 of 9 from three-point range, and making all 8 free throws. He also added 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and 4 steals, and his all-around effort helped the Trail Blazers get the win.
Hart with 8 rebounds tonight. Steps up for 3. He scores! Kuzma fouls him on the closeout, and Hart has done it all tonight. Portland put 38 on the board in the first quarter. Josh Hart came out of the box just on fire. Angles a pass inside to Eubanks, and he'll lay it up.
Toronto Raptors. Brandon Ingram has broken the 40-point barrier 7 times, all of which came with the New Orleans Pelicans. Ingram has made his reputation as one of the better mid-range shooters in an era where the mid-range shot is a dying art. The 2020 Most Improved Player, Ingram has an all-star berth to his name, and set his career high on January 16, 2020 in an overtime win against the Utah Jazz. He had 49 points on 15 of 25 shooting, 3 of 8 from behind the arc, and 16 of 20 from the charity stripe to go along with 8 rebounds and 6 assists. Ingram was traded to the Raptors in February 2025, and has been an integral part of their strong first half of the current season.
How about it? A 3 for Ingram? Yes! Brandon with 2 on the clock for the win.
Yes,
got it! 0.2 of a second to go. Timeout, Utah. Brandon Ingram. Catch and shoot as we watch the replay.
I tell you what do we say in the beginning of the game? Because the way the Utah Jazz guard that pick and roll, Brandon Ingram understands.
R.J. Barrett was acquired by the Raptors in the aforementioned Anunoby trade. And while he had a bigger scoring role in his time with the Knicks, he has been a much better playmaker and facilitator with Toronto. Nonetheless, both of Barrett's 40-point efforts came with New York, including his career-high 46-point performance on February 25, 2022 against the Miami Heat. Barrett was essentially the only source of offense that day for the Knicks in what turned into a blowout loss. But even he missed plenty of opportunities at the free throw line. He still shot efficiently from the field, going 13 of 22 and 6 of 11 from 3. But his 14 of 22 free throw mark left something to be desired in a 15-point loss.
It's Barrett out front.
Yeah, but they're digging in at a half court against a good defensive team.
They hunt Hero on the switch. They got it, and they cash out with the bucket. Doris by R.J. Barrett. Stunting like his daddy back at...
Emmanuel Quickley was also acquired by the Raptors in the Anunoby trade. Quickley was a sixth man with the Knicks, but has become Toronto's starting point guard since being traded, increasing his statistical output across the board. However, his sole 40-point performance still came with New York. On March 27, 2023, Quickley was named to the starting lineup against the Houston Rockets after Brunson was ruled out, and turned in a career-high 40 points in just 30 minutes of action. Quickley shot an incredible 14 of 18 from the field, including hitting 5 of 7 three-pointers, and added 9 assists in the Knicks win.
Quickly up top, Randall. Little fake. Picks it back out, quickly a 3. Puts it in! Emmanuel Quickley with 37. Under a minute to go here in the third. The Emmanuel Quickley show, starting for Jalen Brunson. He has been brilliant. Hartenstein on a beautiful pass. That's Quickley 7 assists.
Orlando Magic. Paolo Banchero has been the face of the Orlando Magic ever since he was drafted first overall in 2022, and has already had 6 40-point performances. He drew comparisons to LeBron James for his physical stature and ability to muscle people out of the way while driving to the basket. Banchero has struggled at times with injuries and shooting inefficiency, but the 2023 Rookie of the Year already has an all-star appearance in his short career, and should only improve as he enters his athletic prime. His career high came in a win against the Indiana Pacers on October 28, 2024. Banchero finished the game with 50 points, including 37 in the first half, which tied a Magic franchise record for most points in one half of play. He made 16 of 26 field goals, 3 of 9 three-point attempts, and 15 of 22 free throws, while also contributing 13 rebounds and 9 assists.
Now lets it fly. Black missed it, Suggs gets the rebound. Circles back out. Shot clock at 10. Paolo Banchero, count it! He's going to the line with a chance to tie the game.
Get that extra possession. Good find. Paolo just putting his head down, going right through the...
50 points for Paolo Banchero.
Look at Cole Anthony. He knows, pointing at that 50 on his jersey.
In June 2025, Desmond Bane was traded to the Magic in a blockbuster trade for a return package headlined by 5 first-round draft picks. Orlando had been in desperate need of shooters to surround Banchero with, and Bane established a reputation as one of the best catch-and-shoot specialists in the league. The longtime Memphis Grizzly got plenty of chances to show off other tools in his offensive bag, becoming the team's primary scoring option when Ja Morant was out due to injuries or suspensions. Bane has broken 40 points twice, including a career-high 49-point outburst on 19 of 31 shooting from the field, 4 of 8 from deep, and hit all 7 of his free throws against the Detroit Pistons on December 6, 2023. He scored 32 of his 49 points in the second half, added 6 rebounds and 8 assists, and helped the Grizzlies turn a deficit at the end of the third quarter into a blowout win.
Young talent, a lot of contending teams are going to want a guy like Bogdanović. Bane, another pull-up. Yes, sir! 44 for Desmond Bane.
We'll give Jaren credit for setting good screens.
Yeah. Bane for 3. Bingo!
I'm out of here, Petey. I'm not taking the hit, son. I'm going. We're out of here, partner.
That's a mic drop.
But look at what 47 is. Step back 3 with a big contesting. Desmond Bane, unstoppable.
Philadelphia 76ers. Injuries may have unfortunately cut the prime of Joel Embiid short, but he was one of the most unguardable forces in NBA history while his prime lasted. Unavailability due to injuries has been the story of Embiid's career since he was drafted, as they delayed his NBA debut by 2 full years. However, when he finally could play, his unique combination of size and skill made him an impossible cover on the offensive end and an arguably elite rim protector on the defensive end. This culminated in the process being named the 2023 MVP, as well as a 7-time All-Star, 5-time All-NBA, 3-time All-Defense, and 2-time scoring champ. Playoff success has largely eluded him, and it can be argued he is no longer the primary option on the Sixers. But Embiid is an undisputed Hall of Famer whenever he decides to end his career. Embiid has 48 performances of 40 or more points, and 8 of 50 or more. He set his career high, and broke Philadelphia's franchise record, on January 22, 2024 against the San Antonio Spurs with a 70-point masterpiece. He shot 24 of 41 from the field, 21 of 23 from the free throw line, grabbed 15 rebounds and dished 5 assists.
I only want to see one dude attempting shots from here on out. Joel Embiid, 65! Chance at 70. Embiid, coast to coast for 70! First time in his career.
Maxey, great recognition, gets him the ball early.
The Paul George we see with the Sixers is not the Paul George we saw record 22 40-point games with the Indiana Pacers, Oklahoma City Thunder, and Los Angeles Clippers, establishing himself as one of the best two-way players in the league. Father Time has begun to take its toll on PG-13, but that does not take away from his 9 All-Star, 6 All-NBA, and 4 All-Defense teams. George became a superstar in 2013, winning the Most Improved Player award while providing the stiffest competition in the East for LeBron James and the Heat-less. He overcame a gruesome leg injury and re-established himself as a star with the Thunder and Clippers. George has never made an NBA Finals, but has been in 3 conference finals, including leading the Clippers to their first ever appearance in 2021. George signed with the Sixers in 2024 free agency, but missed most of his first season due to injury, and has not been an efficient scorer while he has been healthy over his Sixers tenure. The future Hall of Famer set his career high back on December 5, 2015 in an overtime win against the Utah Jazz. George scored 48 points on 15 of 27 shooting, including 8 three-pointers on 11 attempts, and added 10 points from the free throw line.
Paul George.
Just pull up, because you're going to have Trey Burke on. Just pull up. Yeah,
23.
He had Trey Burke on him, and he didn't see it the first time. He started looking across the court. Favors.
That looks like an illegal defense, doesn't it? Here's Paul George for 3.
I just thought it was a zone.
He's got 48.
Tyrese Maxey, the player that can be argued is now the primary option for the Sixers, has had 13 games with 40 points, including 4 with 50 points. Despite not being drafted in the lottery, Maxey quickly became a difficult cover due to his quickness, and made the leap to NBA stardom in 2024 in being named an All-Star for the first time and winning the Most Improved Player award at season's end. He missed most of 2025 due to injury, but has been healthy for 2026, and has seemingly taken another leap to superstardom in boosting his points per game to an average of over 30. Maxey should add to his All-Star and 40-point game totals plenty of times before the end of his career. He recently reset his career high in an overtime victory against the Milwaukee Bucks on November 20, 2025. Maxey put up 54 points on 18 of 30 from the field, 6 of 15 from three-point range, and made 12 of 14 free throws, adding on 9 assists.
Grimes blowing past Kuzma, drops it off to Drummond. Maxey to the left hand for 50!
To overtime and playing without your superstar.
They're definitely tough, especially when you get contribution in a lot of different ways from a lot of different guys.
Much like Paul George, Father Time has caught up to Kyle Lowry, who has fallen out of the Sixers' rotation and is in a mentorship role for his 20th and potentially final season. The Villanova product developed into one of the most consistent and dependable point guards of the 2010s during his time with the Toronto Raptors, making 6 All-Star games and was named All-NBA in 2016. Lowry signed with his hometown Sixers in February 2024 for the home stretch of his basketball career. His career high came back on February 26, 2016 against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Lowry scored 43 points on 15 of 20 shooting, 2 of 5 from deep, and 11 of 15 from the charity stripe. He also tacked on 9 assists and the game-winning bucket for the Raptors.
JV and Patterson on the floor. Kyle, guarded by the physical Dellavedova, takes him into the paint. Good, and he ties his career high with 41 and a timeout taken by the Cavaliers, 97-97. Tied at 97. Clock down to 6, to 5. Shot clock at 4. Lowry, a 2. Got it! It's a 2, 99-97, and a career high for Kyle Lowry. DeMar DeRozan telling him that he's the man, and he's right on this night. 43 points for Lowry.
Eric Gordon has eclipsed the 40-point barrier twice, including a career-high 50 points on January 27, 2020 while playing with the Houston Rockets. The Rockets were without their star players in James Harden and Russell Westbrook due to injury, but Gordon stepped up to the task of replacing their production by shooting 14 of 22, including 6 of 11 from 3, and added 16 points at the free throw line. The productive shooting guard signed with the Sixers during 2024 free agency, and like Lowry, he has played spot minutes and is in a mentorship role for the current season.
Get the ball going towards the front court. Gordon now, clear pass to the hoop! 48 for Eric Gordon. Sometimes when you're playing, you don't really know. Seriously? Yeah. That's 49. $50 points for Eric.
Quentin Grimes was traded to the Sixers in February 2025. He saw an expanded role with his new team, and immediately took advantage of it, dropping his first 40-point game about a month after being traded. 2 weeks later, Grimes had his second 40-point game, resetting his career high with 46 points on 15 of 27 shooting in an overtime loss against the Rockets on March 17, 2025. Despite the loss, he also set career-high marks and rebounds, with 13, and three-pointers made, with 8 on 14 attempts. Grimes' late-season breakout has carried over into this season, where he has been in 6th Man of the Year conversations.
Guy's got 40.
Trying to get it out of his hands, have someone else beat you.
He's got 43. 43 for Quentin Grimes. Here comes Grimes.
He continues to be in the prime rebounding position.
He's got another!
Kelly Oubre Jr. has been on 5 different teams across his 10 years in the NBA, but has found a home in Philadelphia after signing in September 2023, playing the last 3 seasons with the Sixers. The Tsunami Poppy's career high came on February 4, 2021, while he was with the Golden State Warriors. In a blowout win against the Dallas Mavericks, Oubre scored 40 points on 14 of 21 shooting, knocked down 7 of 10 three-pointers, and grabbed 8 rebounds.
Are you a believer yet, let's say? Are they going to be able to stop anybody?
I'm a believer in Oubre tonight.
3 is down.
They so well tonight, getting his teammates involved and knocking it down. 5 for 7, 2 for 4 from the three-point line, 12 points.
There it is. Kelly Oubre now has a new career.
Cleveland Cavaliers. Donovan Mitchell has developed into arguably the best shooting guard in the league since being drafted 13th overall by the Utah Jazz in 2017. Mitchell has a very unique 6'10" wingspan despite being 6'3", and this advantageous wingspan gave him a reputation as a defensive specialist coming into the league. But his offensive game was levels ahead of expectations even as far back as his rookie year, when he led the Jazz to a playoff series victory over the Westbrook PG Thunder team. His wingspan also aided him in developing his signature-style tomahawk dunk, which he has used to accumulate his fair share of poster dunks throughout his career. Although he has had plenty of individual success, making 6 All-Star and 2 All-NBA teams, and his teams have been historically strong in the regular season, playoff success has largely eluded Mitchell. This includes last season, when Cleveland won 64 games but were upset by the Indiana Pacers in the second round. This is not necessarily his fault, as Mitchell has had a number of iconic playoff performances, most notably his duels with Jamal Murray in the NBA bubble, and has had 7 playoff games in which he's scored 40 or more points to go along with 32 in the regular season. Mitchell has only broken 50 points on one occasion, in the regular season, but that one occasion will never be forgotten. On January 2, 2023, in an overtime victory against the Chicago Bulls, Mitchell exploded for 71 points, a Cavaliers franchise record and a top 10 single-game scoring output in the history of the NBA. 55 points in the second half and overtime. 22 of 34 from the field. 7 of 15 from deep. 20 of 25 from the free throw line. 11 assists and 8 rebounds. Mitchell likely never will top his career high, as a firestorm of events have to go in one's favor to even sniff the opportunity of a 70-point performance. But there is no need to when it already will forever live in NBA fame.
LeVert off to Love. Mitchell wants it. He gets it. Mitchell steps back. He knocks it down. Mitchell for 3. Unbelievable.
I don't know what to say.
Mitchell looks for 70.
Wow.
He can't stop smiling, Brad.
He was playing just fantastic basketball. Wow.
An ear-to-ear grin on that line, and there it is.
Just under 2 months before Mitchell's iconic 71-point game, Darius Garland had a career-high performance of his own. The two-time All-Star had his first 50-point game of his career, although he likely would have enjoyed it more if it came in a winning effort. Garland went off for 51 points on 16 of 31 shooting, including a career-high 10 three-pointers on 15 attempts, on November 13, 2022, although it was not enough to defeat the Minnesota Timberwolves. He has had 5 total games exceeding 40 points in his career, and has played his role as a primary playmaker and secondary scorer behind Mitchell very well.
Rebounded by Stevens, 60 seconds to go. Out comes Garland. Garland looking for an opening. Down the lane, floats and scores. It's a one-possession game. Garland high steps over the timeline, stops on a dime, hits the 3. Darius Garland has been unreal here in the fourth quarter.
Evan Mobley's athleticism for his size made him a great defender since the day he was drafted into the NBA, evidenced by him winning Defensive Player of the Year in 2025, along with being named to 2 All-Defense teams in just 4 years. But the improvements he has made in his offense in the offseason allowed him to also make his first All-Star and All-NBA teams in 2025. Mobley's improved shot-making and range were on full display against the Charlotte Hornets on December 7, 2024, where he scored a career-high 41 points, shooting 16 of 23 from the field, including 6 of 8 from deep. Mobley also tacked on 10 rebounds, securing the double-double and the win for Cleveland that night.
Mitchell is picked up by Micic. He's blitzed. Off it goes to LeVert. He'll shovel to Mobley. Mobley took a bump, and then he throws it down.
Good strength by Evan Mobley.
And an 11-point lead.
Garland slings it to LeVert. There's Mobley. Hey, he's got another! Evan Mobley has nailed his 6th triple, and he now has a career-high 41 points.
Miami Heat. Andrew Wiggins leads active players on the Heat with 10 games with 40 or more points. Given the nickname Maple Jordan due to his Canadian roots and his hype level coming into the NBA, Wiggins has not lived up to the generational talent label he was given upon getting drafted with the first overall pick in 2014. However, he has still made an All-Star game, and was a crucial starter for the 2022 title-winning Golden State Warriors. Wiggins was traded to the Heat in February 2025 as part of the Jimmy Butler trade. He has scored 40 once with Miami, but the majority of his explosive scoring performances came during his tenure with the Minnesota Timberwolves, including his career high of 47 points, occurring in a blowout victory against the Los Angeles Lakers on November 13, 2016. In that game, which also happened to be Wiggins' first 40-point game of his career, he shot 14 of 21 from the field and added 17 points from the charity stripe.
Wiggins, speaking of attacking, up to 41. In case you're wondering, the highest scoring again. So Wiggins now 47. It is the 3rd highest scoring game in the league this season.
Terry Rozier has not suited up in a game for the Heat yet this season, as he remains mired in the center of a federal gambling investigation and indictment. However, he remains a member of the active roster, and has scored 40 points 5 different times, all during his time with the Charlotte Hornets. Scary Terry scored his career high on May 9, 2021, in a one-possession loss against the New Orleans Pelicans. However, that loss could not be put on Rozier, who carried the Hornets' offense to the tune of 43 points on 16 of 26 shooting, including 7 of 11 from deep.
Beautiful! Terry Rozier!
Left hand.
Terry's in a hurry. Gets it. 0.1 ball game.
Tyler Hero has broken the 40-point mark 4 times in his career. The 2022 Sixth Man of the Year, Hero's calling card has always been as a strong scorer. He made his first All-Star game in 2025 after taking on more offensive responsibility for the Heat, averaging career highs in points and assists in the absence and eventual trade of Jimmy Butler. On December 15, 2022, Hero tied the Heat franchise record by splashing 10 three-pointers in a career-high 41-point performance, shooting 13 of 20 overall. Every one of Hero's threes were needed in a one-score victory over the Houston Rockets.
2 spectacular games in a row for Tyler Hero from downtown. He tries again. He makes it again! Tyler Hero on a mission. That's a one-man wrecking ball right now. 10 triples and 14 tries. Mission's outstanding. Emmy Award for Kelly Sacco. Hero on a pull-up. Buries it. Tyler Hero with 40.
Norman Powell has experienced an unusual career trajectory, not achieving his first 20 points per game year until last season, when he was 31 years old. His late career breakout has continued after he was traded to Miami in July 2025, as he is averaging career highs across the board and has a chance to be named to his first All-Star game in a couple of weeks. However, Powell may have been showing earlier hints of a breakout, as the first of his 2 40-point performances came back on March 17, 2021, while he was with the Toronto Raptors. Although it came in a losing effort against the Detroit Pistons, Powell scored 43 points on incredible efficiency, shooting 14 of 18 from the field, and 8 of 12 from deep.
According to Mr. Edgerton. But it's crunch time now. Powell fires, fills it, and another foul call.
That's 40 points for him.
And a free throw coming. Van Vliet, top side to Powell. Powell rises, guns for 3, and he cans it. Wow.
18 of 17. And he is 8 of 11 from three-point land. He has been unbelievable.
Bam Adebayo has become one of the most versatile defenders in the league, helping him make 3 All-Star and 5 All-Defense teams. However, he was able to show off his scoring chops in a January 23, 2021 matchup against the Brooklyn Nets. Although it came in a losing effort for the Heat, Adebayo dropped a career-high 41 points on 14 of 20 shooting, adding 12 points from the free throw line on 14 attempts while also contributing 5 rebounds and 9 assists.
This fake freezes the defense, allows them to get to that right-hand runner, and it's just a soft, feathery touch for Kyrie.
That ended a 7-0 run for Miami. Here's Bam again. It drops again.
A really tough shot to defend, too. He is out there deep, 26 feet. Bam!
Although Jaime Jaquez Jr. had a smaller role on offense than he did in his stellar rookie season, he got to start the final regular season game of 2025 and showed he is still a walking bucket at the highest level of basketball. On April 13, 2025, in a 1-point defeat against the Washington Wizards, Jaquez put up 41 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists. He shot 17 of 25 from the field, and that final game may have played a role in Jaquez earning the 6th-man role in the current season, where he is averaging career highs across the board.
Who had missed 20 of 24 shots over the last 2 games. Jaime again! Oh, the unstoppable Mr. Jaquez. We're halfway through the final quarter of the regular season for the Heat and the Wizards. Jaquez again! 39 for Jaquez.
Atlanta Hawks. As of the writing of this video, CJ McCollum has been a member of the Hawks for approximately a week, after he and Corey Kispert were traded from the Washington Wizards to Atlanta for Trae Young in January 2026. McCollum is still a strong scorer, but age has cost him a few steps from the deadly mid-range shooter he was with the Portland Trail Blazers, where he and Damian Lillard formed one of the best backcourts in the league for nearly a decade. He has 16 regular season games and 2 playoff games with 40 or more points, including his most recent example, a 46-point outing 2 months ago against his current team, which may have influenced the Hawks to trade for him. McCollum has hit his career-high mark of 50 points twice. The first came on January 31, 2018 in a blowout win against the Chicago Bulls, and he achieved that prestigious scoring total in just 3 quarters of action. The second occasion came while he was with the New Orleans Pelicans in a game against the Wizards on January 3, 2025, where he drained 10 three-pointers.
We'll see. Davis outside the screen. CJ looking for the career high right here. Got it! 45 for CJ McCollum, a career high. Remarkable start to this ball game.
Good defense. CJ goes underneath. Zach goes over the top. And CJ, go ahead and add to it.
Step back from 3. Got another one! CJ McCollum with 48 on 18 and 24 gunning. 4 in the second, 18 in the third. He has put 50 points together here tonight.
Kristaps Porzingis was infamously booed by New York Knicks fans when he was drafted 4th overall in 2015. But he quickly won them over after an outstanding first season where he finished runner-up in Rookie of the Year voting. Pingus possesses tantalizing shooting touch for a 7-foot 3-inch center, and he developed into an all-star by his 3rd NBA season. However, injuries quickly began to take a toll on Porzingis and his body, and he was never able to recapture his all-star level of play. Porzingis was the starting center for the Boston Celtics in 2024, who went on to win the NBA championship. He was traded to the Hawks in July 2025, and has battled a unique illness throughout his first season with the franchise. Porzingis has scored 40 points on 3 occasions in his career, with his career high coming on March 8, 2023. While a member of the Wizards, he dropped 43 points against his current team, the Hawks. This came on incredible efficiency, making 17 of 22 field goals and 7 of 10 three-pointers.
I mean, that was a huge miss right there for the Hawks.
Porzingis all alone, cashes out a 3. Give him 40 on the night. Right to inbound, to Beal, cross-court feed to Porzingis. Step back 3 as time expires and he hits.
Jalen Johnson was in the early running for Most Improved Player last season before an injury cut his year short. It only seemed to temporarily delay his breakout, as Johnson is now averaging career highs across the board offensively. He should be named to his first All-Star game in a few weeks, especially now that he is the unquestioned first option for the Hawks after the Young trade. Both of Johnson's 40-point efforts have come this season, including a 43-point career-high performance against the Charlotte Hornets on December 18, 2025. Although it came in a losing effort, he had a near triple-double with 11 rebounds and 9 assists to go along with his 43 points, which came on 16 of 27 shooting, 4 of 9 from deep, and making all 7 attempts from the free throw line.
2:48 to play, 122 to 118. Jalen dancing around, step back, top side, 3 is good, and this is a 1-point game. Jalen the trigger man. Okongwu, no time to waste. Jalen will take the 3 and make it with 4.5.
Chicago Bulls. Nikola Vucevic has scored 40 points 5 times in his career. He developed into a walking 20-point double-double, making 2 All-Star appearances with the Orlando Magic before being traded to the Bulls in March 2021. Vucevic has hit his career high of 43 twice. The first came against the Bulls on February 5, 2021, about a month before he would be traded to the team. His second came with the Bulls on January 15, 2023 against the Golden State Warriors. He shot 18 of 31 from the field, 5 of 10 from deep, and grabbed 13 rebounds.
There he is. Looking for 41. Puts it!
Points have come in the paint. Here it is. He's going to slip the screen roll. Draymond Green overcommits. And it's a simple drive to the basket and finish it strong.
Caruso glides in and rims out. Vucevic ties his career high with 43.
In the 2024 play-in tournament, Kobe White had a 42-point performance. This does not count as a regular season game or a playoff game, and made for a difficult conundrum on how to include this. Luckily, White also dropped 44 points on March 6, 2025 against the Magic, making his inclusion on this list much more simple. He shot 16 of 28 from the field and 7 of 15 from three-point range.
They can take the lead. It's Jones to Kobe White. Good!
Give me that sauce, Kobe White!
A new career high, 42, and the Bulls have regained the lead. Now a switch. Boy, both Carter and Banchero are out there. It's White.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's on him.
44 for Kobe White.
Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo has become one of the best players in basketball history after being drafted 15th overall in 2013. The Greek Freak came into the NBA a lean 6 feet 11 inches, but underwent a dramatic transformation, gaining over 50 pounds of muscle his first few years in the NBA and becoming one of the most physically imposing players in the league. His rise to stardom was rapid, being named to his first All-Star and All-NBA teams in his 4th season, taking home the Most Improved Player award at season's end. However, his ascension to superstardom was even quicker, winning MVP just 2 years later, in 2019. Antetokounmpo was even better the following year, winning his second MVP while also taking home Defensive Player of the Year, becoming just the 3rd player in NBA history to win both awards in the same season. In 2021, he led the Bucks to their first NBA championship in 50 years, and was named Finals MVP after a dominant, 50-point performance in the Game 6 clincher. He and the Bucks have suffered early playoff exits since that title, but Antetokounmpo has still been spectacular, carrying an active streak of 7 straight years with top 5 MVP finishes. He has totaled 9 All-Star and All-NBA appearances, and should add to both of those totals before the end of his career. Antetokounmpo has totaled 56 games with 40 or more points, including 9 where he exceeded 50, and an additional 8 playoff games scoring 40-plus points. His career high came on December 13, 2023, against the Indiana Pacers where he feuded with a Pacers Bulba post-game for stealing the game ball. He exploded for 64 points, breaking the Bucks franchise record. Antetokounmpo shot 20 of 28 from the field, sank 24 of his 32 free throws despite the Pacers employing the hack-a-shack strategy, and finished with a double-double after grabbing 14 rebounds.
Dame gets the rebound. 90 seconds left to play. Here comes Giannis, 59 points, first time in his career. 61 for Giannis.
Gary Trent Jr. has had 3 games with 40 or more points, all coming during his time with the Toronto Raptors. Trent has been a microwave scorer during his career, alternating between starter and sixth man. His career high came on an ultra-efficient 44-point outing against the Cleveland Cavaliers on April 10, 2021. He shot 17 of 19 from the floor, 7 of 9 from deep, and made all of his free throws in the blowout win. Trent signed with Milwaukee in July 2024, but his scoring efficiency has taken a hit this season.
Hey, Matt, it's pretty funny. Folks on Twitter jumping in on this Freddie.
Trent, how about Trent? He's got 41 now. Raptors running with Watanabe, Johnson, Bembry, Boucher, and Trent. No true point guard. And Trent, oh! How about Gary Trent Jr.?
Since being traded to the Bucks in February 2025 in exchange for Chris Middleton and a first-round pick swap, Kyle Kuzma has been largely disappointing for his new team. He had multiple playoff games where he was completely invisible, and his stats have decreased across the board this season despite the Bucks being in desperate need of a secondary scorer behind Antetokounmpo. However, Kuzma has still scored 40 points twice in his career, including his career high of 41 in just his second year in the NBA while he was with the Los Angeles Lakers. On January 9, 2019, against the Detroit Pistons, Kuzma led his team to a blowout win while shooting 16 of 24 from the field and 5 of 10 from three-point range in just 3 quarters of play.
When teams are struggling like Detroit, you got to find a way to win these games. I heard the guys on the pregame show talking about it. Both teams should feel that way. That can really heat up and knock down shots. So get shooters on the floor. And Calderon, Callaway.
Kuzma buries it and a foul. A 4-point chance. A new career high, 41, and he's going for 40.
The Milwaukee Bucks waived Damian Lillard in order to sign Miles Turner during 2025 free agency. The 7-footer had spent his previous 10 seasons with the Pacers, offering the rare skill set combination of perimeter shooting and rim protection, and had just come off a finals run in his last season with Indiana. However, the 2-time NBA block leader has not lived up to expectations thus far in Milwaukee, seeing his numbers drop across the board. Turner has hit his career high of 40 points on 2 separate occasions, the first coming on October 22, 2021 against the Washington Wizards. The second occurrence, on February 23, 2023 against the Boston Celtics. The Pacers fought hard before eventually falling in overtime. However, Turner shot an incredible 13 of 15 from the field and 8 of 10 from deep, while securing a double-double with 10 rebounds.
Turner drives it inside on Tatum and got 2 more. He's got 35. They've scored 6 straight. Here's Turner for an 8-3 and career high.
Kevin Porter Jr. has only broken the 40-point threshold once, but the time he did was very memorable. The NBA's Houston Rockets pulled off a massive upset against the Bucks on April 29, 2021, the year Milwaukee went on to win the championship. The Rockets achieved this on the back of a 50-point breakout performance from Porter, who shot 16 of 26 from the field and 9 of 15 from three-point range while dishing 11 assists, becoming the youngest player in NBA history to record a 50-point 10-assist game. Off-the-court issues threatened to derail Porter's basketball career, and he was out of the league in 2024, but got back in with the Clippers before being traded to the Bucks in February 2025. He has enjoyed a career renaissance in Milwaukee, averaging a career high in assists while scoring his most points per game since 2023.
Outside to Porter Jr. Rockets up by 3. He's trying to add to it. He steps back, keeps firing away, and he hits again. Unbelievable performance tonight. To play for then. There's no early entry.
Right.
Porter Jr. again. Kevin Porter Jr. with his 9th three-pointer of the game. All right, come on, kid. There it is. 50 points for Kevin Porter Jr.
Charlotte Hornets. Miles Bridges has scored 40 points 3 times in his career, including a career-high performance of 46 against the Cleveland Cavaliers on March 7, 2025. I don't have much good to say about Bridges, Let's move on. LaMelo Ball went from the star freshman on the famed Chino Hills High School team to the 3rd overall pick in 2020. Nuja Melo found immediate stardom in the league, winning Rookie of the Year before being named an All-Star in his 2nd season. His unique, almost street ball style of hooping has produced multiple viral highlights. Unfortunately, injuries and unavailability have been the story of his career since that All-Star season, and his name has recently begun to swirl around in trade rumors. Ball broke the 40-point total in back-to-back games in 2024, on November 23rd and 25th, and hit his career high of 50 points in the first game against the Milwaukee Bucks. He made 17 of his 38 field goal attempts, 6 of 17 three-pointers, tacked on 10 points from the charity stripe, and dished out 10 assists, completing the double-double in Charlotte's loss.
LaMelo has Antetokounmpo on him. Fires it up from Sheboygan! Woohoo! 5-point game! LaMelo pushed. Still goes in. When you got talent, you got talent.
Colin Sexton might be best known for nearly willing his college team to a win in a game where they were forced to play down 2 men, 3 versus 5, on the court. Yes, this actually happened recently at the Division I level. Young Bull had made his reputation as a microwave scorer, and has broken 40 points on 2 occasions, both of which came during his tenure with the Cleveland Cavaliers. His career high of 42 happened on January 20th, 2021 in a double overtime victory against the Brooklyn Nets, shooting 16 of 29 from the field and 5 of 11 from deep. Sexton was traded to the Hornets in June 2025, and has played mostly as the 6th man in his first season with the team.
Now he's guarded by the lengthy Durant. 5 to shoot, Colin Will. He's got another! Oh, mercy!
Light him up, Colin!
Down the stretch over Kevin Durant. Colin Sexton has the Cavs' last 17 points, looking for 20. Oh, my!
On April 13th, 2025, in the final regular season game, Pat Connaughton started for the Milwaukee Bucks. He exploded for a career-high 43 points, shooting 16 of 29 and knocking down 5 threes on 12 attempts. He also added 11 rebounds, securing a double-double and the win for the Bucks. He was traded to Charlotte in July 2025, but has only been able to find spot minutes in the rotation.
As it ends, just the talks that these coaches are going to have to their teams, file this away, forget about it. Playoffs start right now. Pat on the JOB. Piercing the paint. And a soft finish off glass. Jackson has been in and out of the starting lineup this year for the Bucks. Primarily used for defensive purposes. Oh man, I heard somebody say too late. Great job right here moving without the ball. The fake handoff, spin, and then...
Brooklyn Nets. Cam Thomas is the lone player on the Brooklyn Nets to have scored 40 points, having recorded 10 games hitting or exceeding that total. Despite being drafted late in the first round in 2021, Thomas earned minutes early in his career for his ability to knock down difficult, contested jumpers. He has a reputation as a negative playmaker, to the point that it's a running joke to get ready to rebound if the ball touches his hands during a possession. Thomas is not afraid to shoot the ball, and his shot-making ability has made him one of the elite one-on-one scorers in the league, even if most other facets of his game are below average for NBA standards. In his second year in the NBA, Thomas famously dropped 40 points in 3 straight games, a stretch which included his career high of 47 points against the Los Angeles Clippers on February 6, 2023. He shot 15 of 29, draining 7 of 11 three-pointers and 10 of his 11 free throw attempts, although it came in a losing effort for his team.
4.5 to go. Out of the timeout, Thomas over Powell. He's fouled. Connects, and a chance for 3. Saturday night with a made free throw.
There's a lot of impressive things with how Cam Thomas scores, but we often see
Thomas. Oh, ridiculous! Cam Thomas.
Washington Wizards. After spending the first 7.5 years of his career with the Atlanta Hawks, Trae Young was a part of the first blockbuster move of 2026 after requesting to be traded. The Hawks obliged, sending him to the Wizards, and as of the writing of this video, he has yet to suit up for the franchise. Young will still be remembered as one of the best players in Hawks history, making 4 All-Star games and being named All-NBA in 2022. Trae led Atlanta on their run to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, having multiple signature playoff moments and games along the way. However, the Hawks have not won a playoff series since that year, and that combined with the rise of Jalen Johnson meant a divorce was the best move for both parties. The 2025 assists leader recorded 34 regular season games exceeding 40 points, and had a memorable 48-point performance against the eventual champion Milwaukee Bucks in that 2021 playoff run. He also hit 50 points twice, including his career-high performance in a losing effort against the Portland Trail Blazers on January 3, 2022. He logged an absurd 56.14 assist double-double, shooting 17 of 26 from the field, 7 of 12 from deep, and sank all 15 of his free throws.
If he's not, something's wrong. Trae comes off and hits another one for 53. 132 to 128. 134, 128. Trae's going to get one more shot at it. And banks it in for 56.
Chris Middleton emerged as an all-star level scorer despite being a second-round draft pick. All 7 of his 40-point performances, 5 in the regular season and 2 in the playoffs, came with the Bucks, where he emerged as the crucial second option behind Antetokounmpo on the 2021 championship team. Due to Giannis's struggles shooting the ball, Middleton often became the primary option in clutch playoff situations. In his 10 seasons with the Bucks, he was named to 3 All-Star teams, and recorded a career high of 51 points on January 28, 2020 against the Wizards, his current team. He made 16 of 26 field goals, 7 of 10 three-pointers, and drained all 12 free throws he attempted. Middleton was traded to Washington in February 2025, and although Father Time has cost him a few steps, he remains a consistent starter for the franchise.
One shy of his season high. Chris Middleton. Oh my! Speaking of making it look easy. 48.
If they would have asked us, what would we have said? He had 6, then would they have had him sit?
A season high for the Bucks on a flush.
Talk about throwing a play out of a timeout.
Their magic number to clinch a playoff spot drops to 11. Chris Middleton.
Indiana Pacers. The last time NBA fans saw Tyrese Haliburton, he was leading the Pacers on one of the most memorable Cinderella runs in NBA history in 2025. Famously hitting a game-winning shot in every single round of the playoffs. The Halliburton led Indiana to the NBA Finals, where they pushed a 68-win regular season juggernaut Oklahoma City Thunder team all the way to Game 7, before Haliburton tragically tore his Achilles in the first quarter of the game that decided the entire season, which Indiana went on to lose without their superstar. Haliburton has been one of the NBA's elite playmakers his entire career, leading the league in assists in 2024. He has made 2 All-Star and All-NBA teams, and will certainly add to those totals assuming he fully recovers from his Achilles injury. Despite his pass-first play style, he has scored 40 points 3 times in his career, and his career-high performance came in a loss to the Miami Heat on November 30, 2023. He shot 15 of 28 from the field, 6 of 16 from deep, 8 of 12 from the free throw line, and recorded a double-double after finishing with 44 points and 10 assists.
Martin nearly stolen, taken by Hield. Haliburton has 44.
Yeah, Rick had to call one when all of a sudden Miami was going on a run.
Haliburton gets to the basket, scores, and a foul. He's got 46.
Pascal Siakam was the second option on offense behind Haliburton throughout the playoff run, although he led the team in scoring. Spicy P was traded in January 2024 to Indiana, who were likely intrigued by him due to his prior experience being a second option on a championship team. He played that role on the 2019 title-winning Toronto Raptors, where he and Kawhi Leonard managed the majority of scoring responsibilities. Siakam was named Most Improved Player that year, and has been named to 3 All-Star and 2 All-NBA teams throughout his career. All 5 of his 40-point performances have come while a member of the Raptors, with his best performance being a 52-point outing against the New York Knicks on February 21, 2022. Playing in the famed Madison Square Garden, Siakam shot 17 of 25 from the field, cashed in on 16 out of 18 free throw attempts, and led Toronto to the win.
2-for-1 zone, and let's see how they execute. Pascal with the left. Oh, he's on fire, and he's got 40. I love my Hornets. Get it to Pascal. He's going to use some clock. Pascal got it, and the foul.
Obi Toppin has a reputation of a high flyer in the league, performing some of the best in-game dunks of recent memory. He got a chance to show off his scoring ability in the final regular season game of 2022, while he was with the Knicks. Toppin cashed in on the opportunity, finishing with a career-high 42 points on 16 of 28 shooting, including 6 of 14 from beyond the arc, and grabbed 10 rebounds to finish with a double-double in the Knicks win. He was traded to Indiana in July 2023, where he has primarily come off the bench for the team.
Some more. Nice feet inside. Sims again passes out. Toppin for 3. Puts it in. Obi Toppin. Career high 37.
Top of the show. Their proliferation. Their confidence now. Their devastation. Especially Toppin with the 3-ball.
And he is our brother. So on his 40th anniversary, a special thanks to the great Howie Singer. Toppin with the exclamation point.